what it do? So fellas, I'm gonna tell you when you go ahead and you must do it. If you're not doing it, stop trying to always be the clingy guy that wants to be around her. I can't get away because I need to be around Letitia and Ashley. And I know Brittany, she's very much looking good and just very much delicious, but you gotta give her a break, and she wants the break. So when you go ahead and give the space that I'm going to tell you how to do it. And it's going to fall into ego and pride and emotions per usual. But when you go ahead and do it, you'll see how she starts chasing. And it'll be chasing like crazy. Now, fellas, you can make her chase you even more if you follow through with this stuff and make it consistent. But the best thing is when you're actually real and genuine. I preach about doing it to the full extent of actually being honest, and you're transforming in the process of when you are giving her space. She wants to know, and this is going to be the first thing we talk about, that you are going to prove her wrong. You could actually prove her wrong. She is up for the challenge. So before we get into the discussion, if you haven't already given this video a big thumbs up, go ahead and do that right now. And fellas, let's keep talking after this video. If you book your consultation down below, we can talk about whatever you like. It doesn't have to be just about relationships. It could be about goals. It could be about what do you have next? What's the next plans? Let me know. If you want to talk about it, book your consultation. That link is down below. And once again, please tell us, give this video a big thumbs up. It definitely helps your girl. All right, so the topic of discussion for right now, and you know, we kind of go back and forth or whatever, but the topic is starting off with proving her wrong. So this is one major way to have her end up, or she will go ahead and chase you after you go ahead and give the space, because she has been doubting you. So for a long time, women, and till this day they do, but for a long time, a woman, I mean to say, will feel like until you prove her wrong, right? She will feel like she is correct, she is right. Now, I don't want to get too much into this, but if you don't watch my channel, we talk about obviously validation guiding them to this point, how easy things can be. Any man that they want, he's at the doorsteps. Ding dong, right? So, and once again, give this video a big thumbs up. Ding. They should add a sound. Is there a sound when you give a like? No, I should know this. I'm a YouTuber, but they should add a sound for the like button. Anyways, so once you go ahead and prove her wrong, this whole time of her doubting you, she's feeling like there's no way, due to the fact that, okay, you've been showing me this. I'm so beautiful. Look, listen to this, fellas. I'm so beautiful that when I come in your presence, when I'm around you, you stutter. You're mumbling. You don't know what to say. When I come in your presence, or she's speaking to you, she's loving you, giving you the whole sprung feeling, you're down to your knees and you're ready to give. You're ready to deliver. Now, doesn't mean y'all are doing this all the time. This is the part where y'all will start giving so much and you got to implement space right away. So it means that sometimes y'all could say that you're not so much of a simp, not so much of a nice guy. So, okay, you'll say you're not doing all the time, but it doesn't mean that the one times that you're doing it is okay, because the one times can be enough for her to see right through you. So I'm trying to say this. Sometimes you guys think that, okay, I have to go this route of let me be nice to her right now. Let me say it this, kiss her, that A word. But that's what a lot of you guys are trying to hop on so you can save yourself. And space is the last thing that you guys think about, because it's like, well, more space? Oh my gosh, that's like me pulling myself away. Absolutely. As you pull yourself away, she's pulling herself in, right? That space starts kicking in, and it makes her chase you so much just so she can start seeing that you are actually lying to yourself. And the sad part about it is, I have to be honest with you guys, everybody has to be honest with themselves. A lot of times, some fellas are not being honest with themselves, and y'all know I say this all the time. And this is why you still have her not chasing you, not going after you. But a lot of times you guys will say that I'm actually going hard right now. I'm actually putting the most work I ever put in. You can lie to most. I don't know. Go ahead, lie to me, but don't lie to yourself. So y'all will say, okay, well, how could I prove her wrong when, you know, like I already been doing everything that I've been doing? You're not doing enough, because when she starts feeling like you're doing enough, that's when she starts bluffing. That's when she starts feeling like, okay, well, I got to start taking action. So this is the part where, of course, the space that is given from your part is going to start cranking up. And this is the part where you're consistent, like I was saying. So when you do things such as, and we have to bring it up, right? No contact. I just talked about it. And when we do things, when you guys do that stuff, you see how you keep doing it and eventually she ends up cracking. That's the same thing when you give space. You guys got to view it as in, okay, let's take away the title. What am I sending out? What message am I sending out to her? So when you prove her wrong and she's trying to chase you, or, you know, she is actually chasing you, however you want to look at it, because sometimes she could be chasing you and it's not really working, or you're not entertaining it, whatever, right? So, however, when you're about to prove her wrong, that's what I'm trying to say. When you're getting to that point where you're about to prove her wrong, she's going to start feeling like, okay, I have to take action to save myself so I do not look away or I don't feel away. And so you see how I said ego and pride is a big factor, and I mentioned it in the beginning of, you know, that's women right there. You know, we can just put two words together, ego and pride. That's what women are really going off of these days, right, in the modern day. So listen, if you go ahead and have her chase you, and I'm not going to get into this because I talk about this a lot, but just take this as a side note. She's not, right, might not be chasing you for the right reasons. Same way I say she might not be coming back for the right reasons. Same thing, kind of. So let's just backtrack now. If you have her coming back, chasing you in that format, unfortunately, if it's for the bad reasons, she might just be trying to have you look like you're the fool. Like, you thought you could do better. You thought you were actually elevating. So you see, the challenge now kicks in for a woman to say, well, if he's actually still doing this, if he's still giving me more space, if he's still going out every weekend, if he's around so many different women, what type of space is this, right? Y'all got to get that. When women give their space, they're thinking of, okay, well, what am I doing in this space? Who's in my rotation? Who's next? So they're ready to replace. They're ready to deal with somebody else. But meanwhile, they're still expecting you guys to be on reserve and be ready. So it's the same exact thing that you guys should be doing, but women know that you won't do it because you don't want to risk losing her. But the thing is, these alphas, once again, they don't risk losing a woman because they don't have nothing to lose when it comes to women. And what happens with those type of guys, and we don't really talk about it so much because we kind of know, but those guys get all the types of women that they want, right? So if I keep saying this is what is taking the space that you have to distance yourself by being away from her, then do that. But you have to look at the bigger picture. What is she trying to get out of this? So the answers could be proving you wrong, as in you'll never be the guy that you say you want to be. So it could be multi-million. I know I'm over exaggerating, but you could just say 6 figures, whatever. You want to be that type of guy. If you're dreaming big, you're dreaming big. You have a vision, you have a plan, you have a purpose, whatever, right? So that is what you as a man, you have a purpose in this life. You're going to pursue it. When she comes in, though, she's not seeing that. You see, y'all know women will go ahead and put you down. They will compare you. The second that you make them feel a little way, and it's so easy to do it, they're ready to call you out on something that doesn't even make sense, or something so small that doesn't still make sense. So it's just kind of like you give a lot of time in the space away from her for her to even realize a lot of things. And it still falls back into, yes, you're wrong and things like that. But when you look at the bigger picture, you send out a message of her realizing a lot of different things that she doesn't happen to realize with guys that can't get to her. That doesn't show her what she can't get so easily, right? So now let me backtrack because now we're getting close to the end of the video. I want to say this to y'all so y'all can really get this. When you give her the space, when I say she's thinking, she's taking the time to understand, y'all will think like, well, she doesn't even like me. She's not going to do that. You crossed her mind just because you happen to be around her one time. So you being around her one time means every guy that's around her, she expects to be a certain way. So let's say you've tried and she sent you the messages or made it clear that she's not into you. When you go ahead and move on, you elevate. She sees, and it could be, years, who cares? But when she looks your way now, and that means it's space. This means it's longer space, but that doesn't matter. So when you go ahead and give that space, when you go ahead and now have her look back at you, everything has now changed. So it's like, it doesn't even matter that, okay, she wasn't obsessed and liked you or didn't even notice you. It's kind of like this. A woman has a man even not in the roster. And I talk about the roster and all that rotations type of stuff. A woman will have that type of guy or have men that are not in there on reserve. You know how wild that sounds? But that's literally what women do, because that's hypergamy, and women are hypergamous. So that means dating up when you are up, but you weren't up before, and that space that you took apart, you went and elevated. Don't put no time, even though we're not talking about no contact. But when you go ahead and give space, and space, I kind of try to sum it up, or I mean, not sum it up. I try to make it, so specific. Let's say it like that, because I want you guys to get that your space might not be the same. So that means your space might mean you have to put more work towards more work towards your body. That's the differences. So you have to basically specify what your type of space that you got to put that will impact her. But realistically, it means that in that space, there's stuff that you were probably already supposed to do, because when women are hypergamous, as I was saying, you're not up right now. That's the reason why they're not entertaining you or chasing you. So the space is supposed to be used wisely. It's not you go and sit around and be like, okay, well, with the space that is given to me by this woman, I mean, not by this woman, even though this woman is giving you guys space, right? When they don't text you back, all that type of stuff, don't go days without talking to you, not seeing you, or even ghosting you for a little bit, whatever. But you see, when you give her the space, you guys are not supposed to sit around and kind of think that, okay, well, I'm gonna daydream about her, and somehow she's gonna start thinking about me, and somehow we're gonna just somehow the space. No. Somehow in the meantime, when the space is happening, you became this new man. Somehow she's now coming back around and knowing that, dang, with this new man, I can't get it so easy. Y'all gotta get that. It's not the easy things that women want. So it's like space might be difficult for her to go through. Space might, make her feel like, well, she's not as valuable, whatever. But space is going to be the reason why she becomes more humble. Space is going to be the reason why she realizes the grass is not green on the other side. And y'all know I see your comments, comment your stories, comment whatever's going on. I love seeing it too. Y'all know I be commenting back to all y'all. I try my best. And I see y'all help each other out. Nice stuff. And so you see with space going on, when y'all know, or I mean, y'all see what happens when you give space correctly, elevate, you have her come in and it just happens, but it's things that you got to be doing. So it's kind of just be like, listen to what you need to do. Stop doubting. Stop going backwards. Stop trying again. Stop, okay, 6 months. Oh, I waited. Now let's try this again. She might have changed. Don't do none of that. You got to give space. And then if she 100% or something really, is showing you something is different, there is a change, then that just means you have to keep seeing it. Then space can become a little bit more of, I give you some of my time. But until then, until she proves you extremely otherwise that she should get space, which is going to take a while and it's going to take a lot. Y'all got to put your standards way higher. But until then, you give the space, and you're gonna see her feel ways. She's gonna maybe ask you things. She might just act like she's not watching you, but pop up or make a friend watch you later on. Things like that happen. You gotta pay attention, but pay attention to what you're doing. Are you really in her space, in her air, always making her feel clustered? Maybe that's the truth. If you're a clingy man, you got to get over that, because clinginess falls into emotions that women will have that, when they want to see their man, they're going to be on that clingy stuff. That's something that you can have, when you want to be lovey-dovey, maybe honeymoon phase type of stuff. But always remember that you're a man. You have to put your work ethics always first. Go to the gym. Make yourself fit. Make sure you're fit, and fit doesn't mean that, you have to be the strongest guy. And fit also could mean that you're lean. Your body type, but just try to put in work while you're doing that thing with the space. You're putting in work, you're transforming, you're elevating during that meantime, and making her literally doubt herself, but now be ready and not actually be ready when she comes back around trying to challenge you, but you're really the challenge that she thought she could get through. So realistically, when she wants to maybe get answers, when she starts chasing, at the end of the day, she's expecting to win at the end. The games that she's playing, whatever she's coming back with, and this could be, talking to you just to, see if she could get more, but also talking to you to see what you're about. And the end goal, is what I just said, what she's trying to do. But boom, you make things not happen that way. and watch how things change. Now she's chasing, obsessed, okay? So I'll talk more about this stuff. There's still so much more I want to elaborate on. It always feels like there's more to say, and truly there is still more to say. But, you know, your girl talked a lot in this video. If you guys do have any questions, of course, let me know down below. And then the last thing, of course, make sure you guys check out the consultations. There is other links as well, and there's other things on my website, all right? So make sure you check it out, and that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much, and I'm sure some of you guys didn't give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and do so. Y'all see me in my next video. Bye, y'all.